Hello from Umai Dry. Today we're making Umai Salame, making a beautiful Sopressata using traditional ingredients and Umai Dry material to make your casings. Now when you make dry cured sausage, it's important and flavor Umai Dry to make 10 chubs of sausage, and you'll get water or water that has tap water that has been boiled and brought back to room temperature so that you can nurture the culture. Now you're going to start with a big piece of pork shoulder and cut it into about 1 to 2 inch pieces, making sure that the meat is thoroughly chilled before you cut it and chilled again before you grind it. Now the reason for keeping the meat chilled is so that when you go to grind the material, you get good particle definition. This will enable you to have much more even drying when you dry it in the fridge, and a much nicer texture to the finished product. You're going to grind the meat, the chilled meat, through a plate, and then you're going to mix together the Instacure No. 2 with all of the spices. We recommend using a food mill to get them all into a very fine powder so that they distribute well through the meat. Now you're going to knead this cure and spice and salt mixture into the meat until it begins to stiffen. When that happens, then you take your dissolved culture and mix it into the meat again thoroughly to get it very evenly distributed, and continue that until it has become stiff again. Now we're demonstrating how to make the chubs from the Umai Dry material. We're showing how you can make 2 casings out of 1 piece of Umai Dry by making 2 parallel seals with a space down the middle so that you can slice between them. If your vacuum sealer does not have a wet sealing function, if it has only 1 sealing function, be sure to seal 2 times in the same location so that you get a thorough seal with the Umai Dry material. Now once you've made your casings and you cut them apart, and it is, by the way, possible to make 3 casings if you like a much narrower product. You can make 3 casings out of each piece of Umai Dry. When you've made the casings, then you want to put the casing onto the stuffing horn and feel the horn very carefully, ensuring that there are no air pockets. Now when you use Umai Dry to make your salami casing, you will not need to do any pricking or moisturizing, or it's much easier to handle and gives you a much cleaner product. You do, however, have to stuff it out very evenly and carefully so there's no air pockets. Now once you have the sausage stuffed into the casing, you want to cut a piece of the VacMouse vacuum aid material that enables your food saver type of sealer to seal it. Put it inside the end so that it's covering both the vacuum chamber gasket and the sealing bar, and draw a vacuum on it. We recommend also making a second seal further back of your original seal as a backup. Now once these are done, you're going to tie the ends and hang them in an environment that's 65 to 70 degrees, as we said earlier, for about 72 hours for the culture to do its work and create the best possible starting for your product. Once that fermenting period has finished, you put them in the fridge on an open wire rack and leave them for 3 to 6 weeks. We took this out after 4 weeks, and as you can see, the Umai Dry material peels off beautifully, and you have a really wonderful, clean salami product. As you can see here, the back-to-front culture has also enabled us to get a nice even color, and the flavor is as you would expect of a traditional Sopressata. So thank you very much for joining us today and making Umai Salame.